Hello, everybody. My name is BearCozy, and today we actually have Trigger Happy John on the channel to play some Awaken Chaos Era. Say hello, Trigger Happy.
Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for having me on your channel, Bear. It's nice to be a part of another fellow content creators channel.
So right now we're actually a little bit flip-flopped as I'm usually on the left, but right now we're actually on Trigger Happy John's account. And today we wanted to do a video of a of a perspective comparison, actually whale perspective versus free-to-play perspective, or in my case, almost free-to-play.
So with that being said, so you play when with your spending, you only purchase this Magic Pass. Is that right?
Yeah, so I've had a few people have asked me before if I am free to play, and I would say that I am not free to play because primarily I purchased the Magic Pass. There are lots of resources in the Magic Pass as well as a guaranteed legendary hero, which is absolutely amazing. So I feel for $10 a month it is very, very worth it because you get you get a legendary hero just for that, not to mention
Yep.
everything else. Looking at it from that perspective, it's going to take you a lot more than $10 just to get the legendary of your choice. And looking at it from your perspective, John, you have some experience with that, trying to get Gangello and trying to get a few of the other heroes as I've watched you do it.
Oh yeah, yeah. We spent a few dollars here on this account, which is kind of why we use my account as an example. I would definitely say we've whaled out. So you spend on the Magic Pass, which is great. I
I
definitely
spent
agree.
$10 on the Magic
Yeah,
Pass.
it's an amazing investment. I go a little bit harder than that, right? So I got the silver card, I've got the gold card. We got a lot of value in the shop. You'll notice that we have a few things that are grayed out in the shop that are than just the dailies, but there was a lot of packs that you're not seeing here, like the Opal packs. We got the Opal event going on. I bought them all. They're all gone. We
Bought,
ain't got no.
bought
We ain't
everything,
got no
yeah.
more of them. We got the crystal summoning pack. That's gone. Between myself and actually the community, we have done a lot. We spent a lot of money on my account. I think I've dropped about $1,200 of my own money, and then community funded is about $1,300. So we're about $2,500 into this account, and I have been playing since day one of soft launch. To put it into
Okay, so I
perspective.
do have to ask, at what point do you graduate from whale to just full-blown Kraken? Where is the line there?
Okay, all right. So maybe you have a good point. I would say we're probably at Kraken status right now because I know we spent. Oh crap! We probably spent $1,200 just between community and myself, at least within the last couple of weeks on the account. So we've definitely spent a lot. I know I'm not even the biggest whale. Content creator wise, I think I'm up there. I was just talking with Darth. I think he spent 4,000 in right now, so we're probably really close to Darth's account
Okay.
spent wise. I know Stu spent a lot. I know a lot of the other content creators. Some of them have spent a lot of money on the game. But yeah, this is the difference too. I mean, because you think how much money I've spent on the game and where I'm at. Legendary wise, I have almost all the legendaries other than a few, right? We're missing like Hector and a few of the like dark legendaries.
Well, lucky for you, we got the new Magic Pass coming out, so
Yep.
Hector's going to be in it. And that was actually one of the things that I wanted to mention is from my point of view. Now,
Mm-hmm.
some of the people, some of you have seen, I know you've seen my Gangello pull. I've actually pulled two of them. He was my first legendary, but just
Yep.
from my point of view and my spending status,
Okay.
right now I have 6 legendaries. Now, some of them do have their A1 Ascension, and Gengelos actually has 2 because I got the legendary Arcana from the bartender. But
Okay.
for my account, I have 6 legendary heroes. That's it. So I know, looking at it from your point of view, you said you almost have almost all of them, which is
Yeah. So if we go to
very
the
unreal for me. Yeah.
if we go to the index, you'll notice the ones that are missing on my account. I'm missing a Hector, who is a fire element. All the other champions that I'm missing are light dark champions. Other than God Fairy, who is a wood champion, Hector and God Fairy are the only non light darks that I don't have. Now, you said you have 6 champions. Which 6 Legos do you actually have? And have you been able to progress content as a free to play with just those?
Actually, yeah. So as I mentioned, I can't claim free to play because I'm gonna get flamed in the comments because I spend a little bit of money, but I feel like the little that I spend goes a very long way. So
Okay.
for me, I would have to say right now, since I'm not logged in, I would have to go off memory, and that would be Gangelo was my first legendary, so I built him. So he
Okay.
is one. I do have a few copies of Hydrisia. I got one from the recent Magic Pass. I pulled a couple others as well. Now, I do have Brand Mountain King from the Magic Pass before
Okay.
that. And looking at it, I do have Evira. I believe she was in the Magic Pass. So right
Hmm.
now, I have purchased a total of 3 Magic Passes since I've been
Okay.
playing for about 3 months, and I have those. I'm trying to think very hard who I have. I'm looking at your Blackhorn, and I definitely don't have Blackhorn. I am. I don't have. I
Feels
am
bad.
right now forever Road to Remain, and it feels really, really bad. I do have a few more epics that I have legendaries. I have Zatlux and Nathalia, and
Okay.
actually, I've been really trying to get Opal, but as of right now, I pulled 54 shards, and
Yeah.
that was not enough. I actually, in one of my most recent videos, I actually was blessed with a gift card code in my DMs when I woke up,
Oh
and
wow.
that was really cool. Yeah, I was not
That's
expecting
cool.
that. A friend of mine just said, "Hey, here's a gift card. Go nuts!" And I was able to get 50 shards. I didn't
That's
get Opal
cool.
yet, but there's still a few days to try and get her, and I'm gonna do my best.
Nice. Yeah. See, community wise, this took us, I mean, this was my fifth Lego. We tried on the banner. It took us five of them. So that's definitely a big difference
Wow.
between being a whale slash Kraken versus being, I guess, a semi free to play is. Yeah, this was, I had to get five Legos before I got Opal on this
Wow. So
banner.
even with the 300% boosted summon rate, it still took you 5 legendaries. Wow. But
Yep.
it's awesome that you have a great community behind you, which is really nice. It's good that people enjoy your content so much that they're willing to contribute just to continue. And it really is. That's amazing as a
Yep.
content creator.
It's a great feeling. It's a good feeling, for sure, that that everyone has been able to come together and is willing to support me and back me on making content. It's been really
So,
cool.
yeah. So, one of the things I actually wanted to ask you from a whale's
Hmm.
perspective, do you consider it a lot easier whaling out on the game or spending on the game to get heroes? Obviously, it's easier to get legendary heroes. One of the points of view, one of the ways that I'm looking at it is you can't buy gear, as far as I know. You can't
Hmm.
buy enough gear. So, you still have to put in the work. You still have to build the teams, gear them, and put in the work of actually running the dungeons to
Yep.
get yourself enough good gear. So would you say that it's easier as far as your perspective goes?
I have a lot of legendaries, right? You're not wrong. We have almost everything. We kind of covered that. But as far as me being a whale, does that make the game easier by having these legendaries? Not necessarily. So if we go and we show, like, the different dungeons here, and we just show what the recommended comps are, for 12 here, I mean, you're noticing there's not a whole lot of legendaries needed. So
Mm.
it doesn't necessarily, just because I'm a whale doesn't mean that having all those legendaries make this content a lot easier or a lot harder, right? Because like you said, you have to put in a lot of work. Like, I am putting
Yeah.
in a lot of work on my account to beat all this content, and you'll notice there's just a few legendaries that really make a massive difference. But a lot of this content, you don't need any legendaries, right? Like, it's not something that has to happen.
Yeah, and that is actually the reason that I asked is because I know being able to purchase shards to get the heroes that you want gives you a lot more options,
Hmm.
but you don't necessarily beat the game, quote unquote, just because you're spending money. And
Right.
one of the things I really enjoy in Ace is the fact that you can do everything you can do with Legos, you can do it with free to play teams. It is a little bit more challenging, and you have to be a little more creative, of course,
Hmm.
but you can still do it. There's lots of options. Like John said, you don't need to use all legendaries.
The difference between us is you probably have a lot more money still sitting in your wallet than I do at this point.
I honestly, I enjoy the challenge. Right now, I'm not in a place where I can buy a lot of shards, but that's
Hmm.
okay because, as I say a lot of times in my videos, I really enjoy the progression and I enjoy working for something and having that feeling of accomplishment. Right now, I'm honestly at the point I don't have enough gear to gear the
Okay.
heroes that I have. So that is a block for me. I have to continue grinding for more gear and continue rolling more gear. The only thing that would help me right now, as far as legendaries goes, is Blackhorn, because I'm really getting tired of looking at Rodira. She's good. I use her in most of my dungeons. I use
Yeah.
her in Queen of Tides 12. I do have a speed team there. which
Yep.
is pretty good. It's just over 2 minutes,
Oh,
but
nice.
I'd like to get Blackhorn.
All right.
Blackhorn it reminds me of a World of Warcraft Tauren, and
Okay.
they are my favorite looking. So for me, that
Nice.
is my most wanted hero, just because the way he looks and because of how good he is.
No, that's a good point. Like, and he's got now he has this nice, cool skin, so it's
Mhm.
really cool. I feel like the new skin actually makes him more World of Warcraft looking than the
It
old
does,
skin.
yeah.
That's
Very
cool.
druid like on the Tauren end, so that is really cool for me.
Was there anything else that you want to, or that you noticed, or you had questions about with being a difference between a free to play player and a semi free to play player? Sorry, let's not aggravate the community. Versus being a whale slash kraken at this point.
That's probably the most wanted question I had was just if you find the game easier, because
Okay.
I know I have heard comments from some of my friends as well
Hmm.
as some of the community on Discord that the primary thing that I have heard people say when I make videos is people leave me comments and say, I don't have your heroes or I don't have that specific hero. And the comment that I usually give them back, the reply I usually give them is use what you have. There are
Yeah.
lots of heroes that I don't have. Right now, I only have 6 legendaries, and there's lots that I don't have. And use what you have. That would be my recommendation. And find what works for you. Find a groove.
Okay.
And I think you've answered that it's not necessarily a lot easier. You just have more options having more legendary heroes. Hey everyone, this is going to be a post-edit insert. I actually forgot to shout out John and his channel. He is a YouTube content creator. He's an official content creator for Awaken Chaos Era, and he is a streamer. And I wanted to give credit where credit is due. I will leave all of his links down below. Please go follow him on Twitch and hit the subscribe button as well. And I know that will mean a lot to him. All right, guys, I think that's going to be it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm really excited to have Trigger Happy John. Thank you, John, for coming on the channel. Yeah, this has been really awesome. Thanks, everybody, for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one.